Hey,
Okay,
brother, if you end it now, okay. All right, well, you just got exposed as a cheater.
He's exposed.
I'm trying to expose someone for cheating on Call of Duty right now in their live stream. So.
No. Hey.
Yeah,
Remember this guy right here, the guy that faked Activision emails, had 5 accounts in iridescent rank, got banned from Twitch for embedding, and also blatantly rage hacked in Call of Duty? Yeah, that guy, the one who hilariously failed a PC check. He's back, and he was attempting to try out for a Splitgate 2 professional organization. Well, he just had a PC check and the results are in.
First thing I found in your exclusion path was decontrol.
Yep. It's not set up for mouse and key, not for... That's better.
You didn't even change anything.
I was, my DPI. Well, Fuser doesn't connect to PCIe lanes.
Why do you know that?
I know how to open it, but I don't know commands. I know how to copy and paste.
I know what VNA and a Zim looks like.
See, well, no.
What do you guys think the chances are that he's still cheating? Let's break them down on a video that begins right now. What's up, what's good, YouTube? Hope all is well, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Hapa, and on today's video, we're revisiting somebody that I thought we buried years ago, but this man just keeps crawling right on out the trash. VPN Ninja 87, aka Dog Water Academy, is back in the spotlight. More cheating, more lies, and somehow, even worse gameplay. For those of you new to the saga, VPN Ninja, or Dog Water Academy, or Elmo's Tickle Spot, whatever he decided to call himself today, has failed multiple PC checks, been banned on Twitch, viewbotted himself with fake embeds and no chat activity, had his cheat forum accounts exposed, claimed that his ex set him up with a video showing a KM box clearly on his desk. And worst of all, he tried to copyright strike me into silence. And he failed. So let's set the stage here. Same folks who caught him the first time, DK PC checks, shout out Jaws and Dog, ran it back with their new upgraded tool. No disconnections this time, just a PowerShell script and, well, as you're about to see, cold, hard evidence. So what did their fire and forget PC check return? Nothing. He's actually not cheating at all. In fact, the crazy part is, he never was psych. The motherfucker was cheating on 4 separate games with clear proof of DMA use as recent as a few days ago. What you're about to see is VPN Ninja receiving his PC check results, then crashing out, then playing the game poorly in an attempt to prove his innocence.
No. I promised you I wouldn't. So
No. We already told Hapa he's not allowed to be in this call. So, but yeah, Dog will just go over everything and then give you our verdict.
All right, let's hear it, Dog.
All right, I got you, buddy. Let me open up some things real quick, and I'll share my screen for you. And I can basically just go through the methodology and my findings and my determination.
That's fine with me, brother. Let's hear it.
So the main thing we're going to go in is this text document. This is the findings, but most of it was just in this folder. This was all the evidence of the scripts ran, right? Simple stuff like USB to view. You might be familiar with it.
Yeah, I know that one.
Kind of just looks like this. I use the command line version instead of the GUI, nothing crazy. I run something called av.text. This is where it tells me your username. Obviously, you put that in. And then it just gives me kind of a breakdown of your PC and like what's going on. So if you check your Defender right now, it's off because this like literally just like talks to the Defender system and asks the settings.
Yeah, I have the Defender system pretty much completely turned off.
Yeah, which I can see that.
For a couple small things are turned on, but the rest of it's turned off just because it eats up hardware.
So obviously, first thing I found in your exclusion path was decontrol. Which self-explanatory on what that does. I think we all know.
Yep.
So that's a lot of really standardized data, how this works. And it would catch like DMA and whatnot. So when we get into it, I'm not going to bore you by scrolling through this because it's literally like a million lines.
Yeah, I didn't go through this whole thing. I just read a couple of the things.
Right. So the next thing, and I'm just going through quickly on these, but I'll show you at the end the data I actually pulled. So the next thing, this is now, as part of my research for writing these scripts, I purchased the firmware and have the DMA stuff for a lot of these things I'm trying to look because I extract them in a program called GHydra. It's like an NSA decompiler. And what I do is I pull a lot of the code out. I work to kind of unobfuscate what a lot of the cheat devs are doing to figure out like how they're injecting, what the methods are. So one of the things they do is they run a cleaner script right before your like a DMA or a cheat would run, and it changes a lot of like registry files, but it doesn't change them back. And these are registry files that are kind of set and forget typically when you install the programs. These are standardized. Every time you install Steam or Battle.net or whatever, these will appear there with like 100% accuracy. So
commonly known as trace files.
Commonly known as
yeah,
trace
I know.
files. Yeah.
So I know what trace files are.
I see you don't have Blizzard. So
Yeah,
I don't
even have. Yeah, I don't even have.
Your Valve source one.
Battle.net.
Yeah, your Valve source one's missing though, which is for Steam.
I don't even.
now.
Yeah, I don't even know why.
So that already right there is kind of a red flag, given that you have Steam installed. It should be there. DNS was wiped relatively recently. If you're curious on like how big of a list DNS should be, I would expect like close to 50 entries most of the time.
Okay,
DNS
so
cache clearing is really common in cleaner tools, though it's not necessarily an indicator.
Well, the reason it doesn't have a lot of stuff is because mine cleans every day, like every day.
Okay.
So
when you ran my API, you had Google. Probably through Chrome or whatever, and then you had Microsoft's login behavior, and then you just had my
that would be off of that would be out of Discord then, because I didn't use the internet none. I just have the tabs open.
What?
So it was cleared sometime before you opened it again. I don't really care, but we're cool.
I mean, I haven't opened the thing; it stays open on the computer all the time.
Then we get into your PCIe like breakdown, the numbers and whatnot. So something that is a deprecated technology and not traditionally used in almost any instance anymore outside of enterprise instances like servers and whatnot is something called the ISA bus. It used to be used for memory access across like older CPUs and stuff before we kind of updated a lot of computers and whatnot. And now those are built in on CPU registers and they sit in very specific memory addresses. So you do have an ISA bus at list number 41, which is pretty like far away from the CPU. The list starts at 0 and goes from there. Mm-hmm. So that would typically be a device plugged into a PCIe slot farther down in the PC. So that was in there and it's documented.
Now, what would do that? Like what would do that? What would talk through that protocol?
A very limited amount of things would talk to it in the world of computers and whatnot. From a gamer perspective, that would be like a USB DMA device or like a Zim or a Cronus.
Okay. Well, I do have a Zim. I do have one of those. It's not plugged in. It hasn't been plugged in for a year, but I do have one.
Right. So yeah,
and I have showed it live and all that. So yes, I do have a Zim. So that if that is what would show up as that, then yeah, that's the Zim.
Okay. So either way, you have it. You have one. It's showing up as that. If it hasn't been plugged in for a year, chances are this wouldn't be showing. They do time out after a while in terms of showing in that list. And then we get into the real fun stuff. I dig deep into your kernel and I figure out stuff. And so this is where we get to a lot of suspicious EXEs.
And this, friends, this is where things start to get interesting. And VPN Ninja does another one of his patented crash outs.
And so,
I don't have any SNES ROMs.
By the way, it was on D-ROMs, SNES, and then it was that. So either you
I don't have a D drive. I only have one drive on my PC.
You used to have a D drive. I can tell. This isn't gonna just log it.
I had a mass storage like a.
That would be a D drive. They all just get assigned a letter. By the way, so these were applications that ran and failed for whatever reason.
It was called something. That's why when it says D, I was like, I don't have a D.
Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
These are pretty in line with either like DMA firmware loaders or even stuff like Phantom Overlay, Unknown Cheats, all that. This is a common naming pattern for them. And I see that some of them crashed a few times in a row. Basically, with all this put together and given your history and even you saying you have a Zim right now, and there's obviously like a lot of stuff online about your past and whatnot. Given this evidence, I am more than confident to say that you are still DMAing. No problem.
Okay, so you say that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can I turn my camera on and show you the inside of my PC?
I don't really care because I knew as part of
no,
that you were gonna unplug it and probably put it somewhere else.
No. You literally just said the only thing you found was a PCIe. Oh, sorry. You said the only thing you found was a PCIe standard ISA bridge. That's a ZIM, which I have the ZIM in my hand.
Oh, I said it could be one of three things. Like I said, it could be a ZIM, a Cronus, or a DMA. That would be the typical like gamer use cases for this.
To your logic, your ZIM hasn't been plugged in over a year, and the PCIe
this would not show it something 365 days.
Okay, where's the timestamp for it then? Show me on these faulting applications where you're showing out here. It says timestamp. What's the timestamp equal up to? But you guys are stating that I am using DMA cheats at this moment, right? You're saying that I am currently cheating, right? So what's the timestamps?
Here's another methodology I've tested, and I can prove to at least Tuesday, the 24th, because Valve does maintenance and updates every single Tuesday, right? There's always a patch on Tuesdays.
Okay.
For 10 years. This registry key gets re-added on a Tuesday.
It does?
It's something that part of the update package will get reinstalled because it checks.
So if I uninstall Steam real quick and reinstall Steam real fast, that registry key will pop back up immediately.
Absolutely. One other question for you, and then we'll play the game, so to speak. Decontrol.
Yeah, we can.
1, why do you have it? 2, why is it in your antivirus exclusions? 3, what are you using it for?
Defender control? It just disables parts of the Windows Defender, so they don't re-pop back up when you restart the computer.
Yeah, but you could do that with a registry key or a PowerShell command way easier than installing software that is very common across cheating softwares.
Okay, well, I don't know how to use those things. So I found this. I mean, if I don't know how to use it or the PowerShell commands, then why not use a simple little exe and click it?
So you don't know how to use PowerShell. How did you run my script?
I literally followed the instructions you gave me. You said open Jal says open PowerShell and admin. Copy paste this here. Press enter. Press 1.
Okay, so you know how to use PowerShell then. Yeah,
I know how to open it. I know how to open it, but I don't know commands. I know how to copy and paste.
But that's what Google would give you if you asked it, hey, how do I turn off this? And it would be like, here's the PowerShell command to turn this off.
Okay, well, to turn off to turn off Windows without the Defender little control thing that I got. To turn it off, you have to go into, oh my God, what is it?
No, all you have to do is open PowerShell and put a command in, and it'll just zap that registry to.
Well, the way I looked at how to do it, you had to open a system, and then you had to change a routine to where it wouldn't turn it on all the time.
Which is a simple 0 or 1 byte on a registry. I do this professionally.
Well,
so I'm
just saying, I don't know those parts of Windows, so I don't touch it, and because I can break it. But this little thing, all I do is click a button and it does all that for you. There's no mess ups.
I guess what I can say about this, though, is that decontrol, when you search the web most of the times, and I'm on the web literally all the time working on people's computers and whatnot, is not something that typically pops up for antivirus exclusions unless you're in the world of DMA and cheating and modding. That's where it's really used most of the time.
So you're saying if, it's only for those 3 circumstances, not to turn off Windows Defender, because there's really no other way to do it.
Circumstances, and your DMA's protection is off in your antivirus.
Okay, what's going to pop up if you believe I have a DMA card in my computer, correct?
Well, I don't believe it's plugged in right now.
Okay, you think that there is one, correct?
There's evidence to support that, yes.
So you think that right now that there's a DMA card and that I've been using it, right?
Yes. I mean, you've been on stream hiding it behind a monitor. I know you have one.
Oh, no. No. That was the ZIM.
Okay. I know what DMA and a ZIM looks like.
See, well, no.
VPN.
Sure, let's ask one.
What he's referring to about on stream is when you got caught with a KM box on your desk, that Ziebler confirmed that his logo for Phantom Overlay DMA was on
that. That wasn't on stream.
Yeah, it was. I watched the video.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
What was it?
That was a video that was recorded by my ex-wife the day she assaulted my son and myself. I wasn't on a stream. I wasn't live.
Okay, well, all right.
You're talking about two different videos.
Regardless, there's still a video of you doing it.
Well, listen, but that's what
KM box with Phantom Overlay firmware.
But if you'll let me explain.
Which, funny enough, is the naming convention of Phantom Overlay.
It's also the naming convention of any random file
You know
that you would download from,
You know what that's called?
let's see,
developer practices would name their
ROMs.
exe correctly, and this was in that said ROMs, SNES or NES folder. These ones are not. These are just running in the root directory, bro. They're different. They're in different root directories.
Then they were moved to the ROMs thing. So most likely they're probably
They were
ROMs.
running. Well, they were running before they got moved, so because it wouldn't give that application path on a fault.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying is they, as I tested them probably, we're just going to say probably because I don't even remember any of this, but probably, and then moved them into the file correctly when they work.
Bro, what?
I don't know.
You know,
I mean, we can
when you,
go in
when
circles.
you, I mean,
It's
when you
kind of the
download
same
something, do
dance.
you automatically put it in the right folder? You know, if it
Yeah.
does work or doesn't work? No, you test it first, correct? Then you sort them.
No, I just put it in the correct folder, and if it doesn't work, I delete it. Why are we adding extra steps?
Well, I mean, you got to add extra steps because, you know, you download it and it goes into downloads, then you have to put it in here. App,
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Damn. So I'm guessing
Jaws,
the Force, Marvel Rivals,
Jaws,
and COD. That's what those
Jaws,
are for.
Jaws. Yeah. Come on now. Because you just saw what he did right there. Just made up 5 different things.
I think you just listed the games that you've been playing recently.
Yeah, he did do that, but that's what I'm saying. He's adding what? Speculation and assumption.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we can, speculation, whatever. I mean, these KM boxes work at a Windows level, not a game level. So I'm in enough, like, if you see here, I'm in enough cheating discords to know how the firmwares work, bro. I know how they work. I know how they load. I know all the games they work on.
But you literally just stated that the only thing odd was my PCIe standard ISA bridge, which is a Zim Cronus, which
Or
I have one
DMA
sitting right.
device.
But there's a Zim.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have. All right, now you're 100% sure on that. You're 100% sure. Okay. So you're saying that clears out if it hasn't been plugged in.
Yeah, it clears out at usually about the 6-month mark.
So if it was plugged in within 6 months is what you're saying. So if I'm not 100% sure on the day and time of when I unplugged this, which I'm not
super certain about a year ago.
I mean, I just said a year because this is when we were talking about the damn Zim. Yeah, I have used a Zim. Yes, I have.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Howbeit small, that was a confession of cheating, y'all.
No.
So
cheating if you use scripts. If you use scripts, it is not cheating to use a Zim, adjusting dead zones, adjusting polling rate, key mapping.
Yeah, but you could do that with like HID USBF. That's not.
Yeah, you can, but it's the same thing, right?
So instead of
why would you buy
it
a Zim?
Easier? What's it? Does it?
$160 Zim.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't even know that program existed because I tried to use DS4 at first, but me and DS4 didn't get along.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
So I bought.
So given what I found, and you acknowledging you've had a Zim, and it's kind of undisputable that you've been caught before.
No, it's not.
Why would you not be cheating now? Like, what behavior change? What can you say to me to like get me to think otherwise?
Okay, so you're saying that right now, what you're saying is I unplugged the DMA, correct? Is that what you said? That's what your finding is at this moment, right? It's been unplugged.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying it's unplugged.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be able to cheat right now, per se, correct?
Yeah, it would be turned off right now, technically.
Okay, it would be turned. Okay, so yeah. Also, to use DMA, what is the one thing you need?
You need a few different things. You need it. Well,
I'm saying, what's the one thing you cannot?
Stick, whatever.
No.
One
thing you could not. One thing you cannot, even if you had all the DMA hardware in the world, right? What is the one thing that you have to do it?
What are you about to big brain me with?
Got to have a second PC, bud. I don't have a second PC.
Do you want me to show you like 8 different DMA cards that just run through DisplayPort cables and a USB and don't even need a second PC?
It's over. We are screwed.
Okay, so now you're saying that there's this fancy version of it, but that's what I'm saying is to use DMA you require a second PC.
No, false.
For all the DMAs that I've ever seen and researched, got to have a second PC.
I'd show you them, but I'm kind of worried you'll buy one after I show you it.
So worried I'll buy one. Okay.
So in an effort to prove his innocence, he boots up Call of Duty and claims that he can still hang at an iridescent level. To be honest with you guys, the only thing you're about to see that's iridescent is my face from laughing so much at this gameplay.
Back to my point here. You're saying it's unplugged right now, right? So technically, or off.
Okay.
So if I launch let's see, name the game.
I'm not interested in watching you play in my
Well, no, but because see, that would disprove your theory that there was DMA involved.
All right, launch.
No, but like we're in the middle of the PC check. Of course, you're not going to cheat right now. Like who in their right mind would?
Launch. Warzone ranked, multiplayer ranked, whatever. Because what, you hit Crimp 3 or Eerie in multiplayer and Eerie in Warzone and play like an Eerie?
No. Warzone, the highest I've ever hit in Warzone.
What were you, Eerie in multiplayer?
Multiplayer.
Oh, then go launch fucking.
We're both Eerie players. Let's see it.
The funny part is I can't even play Call of Duty ranked right now. I gotta play.
Go play 10 multiplayer.
I can show you where it says I'm locked out.
Go play like an Eerie. You should easily be able to drop 50 kills.
In a standard S&D.
I could hop on right now in like Demolition. I could walk in there and drop at least 60, no problem. The SBMM.
Okay, I haven't played since season 2. We'll give it a shot. How about that?
Convenient.
What are the normal weapons that are used right now? Because I don't even have
whatever you fucking feel like, bro. I don't even care.
Well, I mean, I don't have shit leveled up, so there's an issue.
Aim's Jackal.
And you said 50 kills, correct?
At least.
But you're saying there's something in my PC which I actually cannot physically be in there because of the 4090.
I know. I have a 4090 too, bro. I get how big they are.
No, it's vertical. That's the reason why there can't be.
Mine's also vertical. I know, bro. It's cool. Like,
I'm just, oh my God. It's just so much easier just to show you guys.
I don't need to be shown anything. I just pulled your entire computer down to the fucking kernel.
Hold on. I got to change the settings real quick. It's not set up for mouse and key. Not for. That's better.
You didn't even change anything.
I was, my DPI.
I heard it's retarded or something.
I haven't played this game in months. This will be fun. Fuck it.
It's a first-person shooter, though, so your aim from Splitgate should almost translate.
Yeah, it's a first-person shooter that, has a TTK of 0.3 of a second. So one mess up and you die.
Just shoot back, little bro. I don't know what to tell you. There you go. You slammed that kid.
I'm picking up your sarcasm.
I had to slide. Didn't work.
Did he just shoot at his teammates, right?
What the fuck? Why couldn't we pick a game that I've actually been playing? Yeah, I will. I'll play it.
I mean, if you want, you could swap to Splitgate and go drop like 60 or 70. That's about my average.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a lot better since I've actually been playing that.
All right, send it. I don't care.
We can. What is grenade in this game anymore? Jesus.
I think it's E for Echo is default bind.
Yep, it is. I've been slamming G because I've been playing fucking Splitgate.
Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint identified. UAV inbound.
I was wondering what was dinging.
Uh-oh. I didn't press anything. Yeah, it crashed.
So guess what VPN Ninja does next, guys? He pivots and says he's only playing Splitgate 2 now. Yeah. That he's actually good at that game.
Splitgate? Bet. I've been playing that nonstop. One him. Oh.
Did he just get turned on?
Damn wall. My own damn wall, too. little turned on me.
This is so boring to watch.
This is what I have to say before I'm gonna disconnect because I'm fucking starving and I want food. I would do this. If you wanna try and clear your name, Ninja, this is what I would do. I would take your old Zim. I would take all those. I would film a video or a live stream, bro, bashing that shit with a hammer.
All right. Here we go. We're going to break the Zim. Yeah, that's good. PCB. That motherfucker's on there. Try not to break my damn brick. Damn thing's tough. You're a good little helper. Smack it on the side. Meow. Well, she's pretty banged up. We haven't broke her yet. Wow, that one break, you piece of shit. Motherfucker's tough. Oh, look, we got a little thing in there. Neat. There we go. All done.
Okay, like it's destroyed. I don't have it anymore. And then what I would do is I would do like a mini IRL stream and I would reinstall Windows on my computer with secure boot and stuff on. Because I think right now we can all agree your reputation is that you're a cheater and no one's going to believe you otherwise.
Well, once again, I've only had one PC since September the 4th. DMA requires 2 PCs for 99% of the DMA out there that I've ever seen.
Don't lie to me.
Okay, then please show me the DMA that requires no second computer.
I'm not going to show you more cheats.
No, but I'm saying is I've researched it when I got accused of it. Never saw a single thing that you could run DMA without a second computer.
Boy, it sure sounds like he really wants to know about that single PC DMA setup, huh?
Okay, so what we're going with here is you found an ISA bridge, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That could be one of 5 things, I think you said?
Mm-hmm.
Correct? One of 5. No, I thought it was 5 because he said Cronus Zim, DMA, or some other stuff that uses ISA bridge, but for the purpose of gaming.
I explained to you what it historically was at first and that we moved on from it like quite a while ago. And that it was
but I'm
in the
saying
gamer world, it's like 3 things now. And
Okay,
I know the other 2 things, just talking to you about computers and whatnot, you have no clue what they are.
Well, that's the point. I mean, I'm not super, fluent in them. I can do most stuff, but not, fancy stuff. But that's why I was asking, is there anything else? Because with anything else that could cause that to pop up?
No.
Okay, so a USB DMA is now what DMA would show up as ISA?
Like a KM box. There's like other versions that are USB. Yeah, Fuser.
Well, Fuser doesn't connect to PCIe lanes.
Why do you know that?
Because I researched the shit out of DMA when I got accused of it and I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Okay, well, anyways, like I said, I'm starving. That's my advice. It is what it is. Take it how you want. I don't really care. I'm not, look, I didn't record anything. I haven't done anything. I'm just fucking
Well, I know. I'm pretty sure Jaws is probably recorded, which is fine. I don't care either way. So, did you find any cheating programs?
In the application error log, yes.
What's the application error log? So you talking about the ones that was the NES ROMs?
Yeah, and there's a bunch more stuff in that log. I just gave you a little like shortened version of it because I didn't feel like posting 400 lines. So feel free. It's all in if you just click local disk and you scroll down to the bottom, all your files will be there. It's all the same evidence that uploaded to me. I make sure it generates there first. You are more than... No. Open your file viewer. Click this PC on the left. And there you go. You're already in it. All those text files. There you go. You have all the evidence.
Yeah. Which one is the...
Just go through them.
Yeah, but they're super long, so I was going to...
I'll catch you later. Just put it in ChatGPT. It'll parse it for you.
Okay.
Now we're watching him cry on Twitter, tagging Activision, asking them to finally ban him now that he's admitted to cheating. But in doing so, he's lied yet again, saying it was internal cheats, even though the PC check shows clear evidence of DMA use. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, guys, he 1v1 Brawlist in Splitgate the other day and got absolutely dumpstered. But that's actually going to be in a future video. Pat and I ran into him in a random lobby and absolutely shit all over him. He rage quit, and that's going to be a video along with the song that I've titled VPN Ninja Get Shit On. VPN Ninja has made a career out of lying, dodging, and cheating. But every time he tries to rise from the ashes, all I see is a piece of trash. And if you guys enjoyed this saga of delusion, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe with the notifications on, hell, comment your favorite moment from this train wreck down below, because we're not done yet. Also, if any of you guys are in the market for a good PC check or know anybody that needs one, make sure to hit up DK PC Checks. And honestly, guys, I wouldn't trust anybody else Especially knowing that most of the other guys, well, they
don't know what the fuck they're doing.
And some advice for VPN Ninja actually comes in the wise words of William Shinstone. A liar begins with making falsehood appear like truth and ends with making truth itself appear like falsehood. Catch you guys on the next one. Mahalo.
I can't even talk shit, man. That was just too goddamn good.
Hold on tight.
What is you doing? Finna go hard, hard, hard. Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist. That for the squad, squad, squad. Know they gon' hate. Do what I tell them. Get on your jaw, jaw, jaw. Work on smooth. I got the moves. I swear to God, God, God. Hey, I just dropped 200 on a new